Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A homeowner cleaning his front yard when something grabbed his attention.
Thought it was a regular pothole and come over and inspect it. There was no bottom.
I'm Larry Sproul, and I'll tell you what he did next and how that thing that caught his attention is now getting everyone else's attention as well.
A bogus phone call is one thing, but for a local woman, scam artists came right to her front door, and she wants to warn others.
Also, it's the news a Detroit family was so hoping not to get. Tonight, the 2-week search for a missing woman has ended in the worst possible way. Topping our news at 6, she's a young mother that had been missing for 2 weeks, and now we finally know what happened to her.
Police have confirmed a body found inside a home on Drexel is that of Brandy Nelson. Victor Williams has the heartbreaking reaction from her family after countless hours spent searching and hoping.
This is the nightmare that the family of Brandy Nelson feared the most. You can tell by the memorials that are here that this is a young woman that will truly be missed, but now her loved ones are frantic in their search for justice.
It definitely hurts my heart. Like, it's literally a stab in the heart.
It was hard for the cousin of Brandy Nelson, Carla Hardwick, to comment on the 20-year-old's death.
It hurts that someone could do someone like that and just, like, she was a human being. She had a life.
Brandy's body was found in a house not too far from her home on Drexel Tuesday evening. She had been missing since about February the 20th.
Maybe I could have did something a little sooner, or I don't know. It hurts. It just hurts.
Sadly, Brandy leaves behind a 6-month-old daughter. We're told her entire focus was taking care of her family.
Her mom and her baby were her lifeline. She lived for them. She was so proud. She was so happy to be a mom.
And while the investigation continues, Carla is vowing to find out what happened to Brandy.
She deserves justice, period. She has a family. She has a baby. We love her.
And such a tragic outcome. If you know anything about what happened to Brandy, you're definitely advised to contact police as soon as possible. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor, and we're still waiting for autopsy results to determine the manner in which Brandy died. Carla believes Brandy's death may be the result of domestic incident.
Let's update the breaking news we've been following this afternoon from Detroit's west side. Crews have managed now to get a handle on that massive fire at a junkyard happening at Big Sam's Auto Parts on Linden near Myers. The smoke was so thick we could see it from our downtown sky cam. About 100 cars at one point were on fire, and fire officials declared a hazmat level 1 situation due to the hazardous materials that can be inside those vehicles. But again, the fire now under control, and fortunately no one was hurt. Quite a scene in the sky, though. New coronavirus numbers are in for the state as the effort to get Metro Detroiters vaccinated is expanding. Michigan reporting 1,526 new cases and 37 more deaths, 29 of those coming from a review of vital records. Detroit announced a big milestone today. Vaccines now top 100,000 in the city. That achievement came as Mayor Duggan announced people ages 50 and over with chronic medical conditions can now get the shot. You can call to make an appointment right now. It may be scheduled for tomorrow, perhaps more likely that it will go into next week.
You can get an appointment and you will be in and get your vaccine next week. We took this to age 60 a couple of weeks ago. It went very smoothly. But if you have cancer, you've got heart disease, diabetes, asthma, any other chronic condition, you can get a shot right now. And we've talked about this before, that a 50-year-old who's got heart failure is far more at risk than a 70-year-old who's a regular walker.
Mayor says he's hoping to stick with the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines in the city. He says Detroit will only utilize the single-dose Johnson & Johnson shots if necessary.
All right, well, we saw a few flakes flying today, but the sunshine did come out a little bit.
Let's, you just set it up. Let's head into our favorite flake. Here's Ben.
I thought you were going to tell us the four-letter words you uttered after you saw those few flakes out there, but I'll accept that as well. Temperatures are below freezing outside, mid-20s up in the north zone, and just to add insult to injury, the wind chills are in the teens in some spots. The good news is we've gotten most of the clouds out of here, and we're going to continue clearing tonight. It's just really going to accelerate our cool down as we're expecting the mid-20s by midnight, and we'll probably end up close to the teens in some spots for lows tonight. Weather impacts as we get through the weekend. Pretty nice stretch of weather, especially Saturday, Sunday. Monday, we really start to warm up, but the active weather doesn't show up until after that. Coming up, we'll take a look at that. But if you want a sneak peek at what's to come for next week and all the glorious warmth that's coming with it, the Local Forecasters app is your spot. It is absolutely free in your app store by searching WDIV. Guys?
Okay, Ben, they weren't serious and words don't equal actions. That's the main argument made by attorneys for several members of the so-called Wolverine Watchmen, accused of plots including the kidnapping of Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Grant Herms is back to show us how the prosecution responded to those arguments at today's hearing. Grant, good evening.
Kimberly, good evening. And you just said it all. After the defense wrapped up their version of the case today, the prosecutors attempted to pick apart their arguments that the members of that Wolverine Watchmen group they were just a part of the training, and they weren't really that close to the planning of that alleged plot to kidnap the governor. Much of what we heard in today's hearing focused on the run-up to several protests in Lansing. After hours of groundwork laid by the defense hoping to show their clients were just training and not truly involved in an alleged plot, despite posts online and recordings played by the court. On the stand, the FBI agent in charge of the investigation saying his informant inside the group explaining the training tactics. Things like breaching double doors like the ones at the state capitol, attacking so-called convoys like the ones used by the governor, and ambush tactics.
L-shaped ambushes are a specific technique to put your enemy in a position of fire that they can't escape and they can't survive from.
The prosecutors also worked against the narrative that the Wolverine Watchmen were behaving as other similar groups.
In my training experience with traditional militias or nonviolent militias, they don't have the type of specificity in their target as is being practiced by the Wolverine Watchmen.
Thursday, just a preview of what's expected to come in later dates in court. And in a final statement today, that prosecutor went down the line to each of those three men who were in court today, asking the FBI agent if they had all talked about kidnapping the governor individually. And to each one, he said yes. Kimberly?
So, Grant, what happens now?
Well, these were 2 days of just marathon hearings. The judge said today he didn't expect it actually to go as long as it did with that FBI agent. So we're going to come back tomorrow morning with yet another witness. And just a reminder here, this is just the preliminary hearings for these three men. So we haven't even gotten to the meat of this case yet.
Right. A lot more to go. Yep. Okay, Grant, thanks.
Getting to be pothole season around Metro Detroit, but a man in Clarkston recently saw something a bit more alarming. So he recorded himself lowering this PVC pipe into a hole below his street. It got quite the reaction online. What is really happening there on Clarkston Road, just south of Walters Lake? Larry Spruill went to get a closer look.
It all started a couple of days ago as the homeowner was cleaning up his front yard, and he noticed this hole right over there. He tells me instantly his mind started to wonder.
Thought it was a regular pothole, and come over and inspect it. There was no bottom.
That's when Josh Terzak grabbed a long pipe from his garage and recorded this video of him sticking the pole into the hole on Clarkston Road in Clarkston.
I was like, wow, that's pretty deep.
The video shows the hole swallowing the pipe, and he says it went viral.
It was so wild because I was doing the Facebook Live and maybe a half dozen people were actually on it while I was doing it.
And that grabbed the curiosity of others as well, many wondering and thinking it's the beginning of a sinkhole on a very busy road.
You know, this is a crazy busy road. I would speculate, I don't know, 10,000 cars a day.
But he's also concerned about his neighbor's home.
First it was the road cave in, and then as the curiosity got the better of me, I was worried about my neighbor's house foundation because I don't know where that water or soil goes to.
I reached out to the Oakland County Road Commission. A spokesperson said there is an old culvert or cement tube that runs underneath the road and the top of it broke off, but there is a ditch still there. The Oakland County Road Commission also says there's no danger and the road is not going to collapse. Reporting in Clarkston, Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Okay, Larry. Now to an update to a story we brought you Tuesday at 5. 2 convicted felons accused of posing as police officers have been formally charged. It all started Monday night when Wyandotte police tried to do a traffic stop. Both men were arrested after leading police on a chase. Officers found police gear, drugs, and thousands of dollars worth of stolen items inside their car. 40-year-old Michael Teen and 61-year-old Tani Chavis are facing drug and weapons charges. Each was given a $20,000 cash bond. They're due back in court sometime next week.
Smiles are very important in a hospital, especially one where children are being treated.
But of course, masking up hides our mouths. Coming up, you'll see how the staff at CS Mod are getting around that.
And here's Nick.
Scams are on the uptick here in Metro Detroit, but there's a new twist, a terrifying one. They're actually showing up to your front door.
I got a call, and they said they had a warrant for my arrest. They found a car down in Texas, registered to me with cocaine in it.
I'm Nick Monticelli. What police say we should know about these new scams.